We make PewDiPie Pies and talk about Yo Mama. Oh yeah, we went there. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Like Father, Like Son. I'm Joey.
I'm Wally.
And today we have a very special event for you. That's right. It is as special can be because we are making PewDiPie Pies.
I love a good pie.
A PewDiPie, I guess. We're making the thing. That's right.
It's a cooking show now.
It is. It's going to be today, at least.
Absolutely.
Everybody's favorite YouTuber, PewDiPie. We're going to throw up his picture right here. He is a dashing, good-looking gent to boot. And we are going to make pies that look like him. Well, we're going to attempt to, and we are going to miserably fail, but we're going to have a whole lot of fun while we are doing it. But first, before we get there, as I was driving down the road this past week, I noticed an exceptional amount of electric cars on the road. Dad, how do you feel about electric cars? Would you ever own an electric car?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. I was thinking about it.
This mug is huge.
It's a big mug.
It's a bowl.
It's a bowl of coffee. I would be all for, and I have stated numerous times on my political campaigns, if you vote for me, that I am all for the Green New Deal when it's time for the Green New Deal. And it's not time.
That wasn't my question at all.
So I would own an electric car.
Okay, there we go. We're getting somewhere.
I think it needs to be qualified that we need to be able to have the ability to charge the thing in about 10 minutes.
That would be nice. And the fact that you can only go about 300 miles on a single charge does put you at a bit of a problem for those long family car rides that are now going to get much longer when you stop halfway through a state, most states.
Yeah.
Like Georgia, if you go through Tennessee, if you plan on taking a trip to Disney World, it's going to be best to fly there rather than drive if you're going any type of long distance.
Because where do you stay while your car is charging? Or where do you charge? I mean, do you pull into the hotel and say, can I plug this in?
Number of hotels do actually have charging ports now, as do gas stations as well. They have the little charging areas. In fact, we have one here in our town, the one right by my house. There's over on the side, there's a little charge station out in the back.
How long does it take?
It depends on your car.
Okay.
That varies. So, it could take a couple of hours, could take longer. Just all depends. But they're very quiet. In fact, they're totally quiet.
Well, electricity doesn't make a lot of noise.
Unless it's like a whole lot and something's going wrong.
Your car's blowing up.
Right, well, exactly.
Then it's not so much noise as it is smoke and fire.
Right. There is a video of a guy that blew up his Tesla. That's a lot of fun to watch. But we're not going to play that here. But know that it is out there. So, because you mentioned the Green New Deal and all of these other things that are going on nowadays, let's talk about, briefly at least, about cancel culture. And before you get on any type of tirade, what's something that, before we talk about anything bad that you don't like, what's something that you do like about cancel culture? I.e., what's something you would cancel if you could cancel something?
It's very hard not to get on a tirade when you're talking about cancel culture. I don't have a lot of things that I want to get rid of. Unfortunately, I believe in free speech and all of that.
I'm not talking about like what part would you get rid of on your in the Constitution, but
yeah, I understand. I would get rid of the never-ending news cycle that has nothing new to say.
There you go. That's a good. I think we could all agree on that.
Mom and I were just talking about that the other night. I know it's a terrible thing. We're dating the film with the Ukrainian war. But when the news doesn't have anything new to say, they continue to show a week-old flicks
over and over again.
Not that you're wishing for new bad to happen, but if there's nothing happening, there should be nothing to talk about. So I would cancel that.
Mine would be a little bit more lighthearted in that I would cancel when you buy a long sleeve button-up shirt and it says that the arms are a certain length, you wash it a couple times, and then they come up to here, I would cancel whoever is designing shirts and make the arms a lot longer. Mine's not quite as serious, but I think mine is very, very important as well for us long-armed people.
Well, and considering the fact that I don't have long arms, my problem is similar but the opposite. I have a large upper torso for a person my size. So
You're big boned.
Big boned is a good word. The sleeves are always too long, and no matter how many times we wash them, they never get short enough to fit my arms. So if you see me in the street in the wintertime, you'll notice my sleeves are all rolled up. I hate it, but what else can I do?
Mine are rolled up because mine aren't long enough. So
we have the same
obviously
problem.
a big problem with shirts that are long sleeve in this country.
And how about shoes?
That clothes are not the same size across companies.
Not only that, they're not the same size across epochs of time or epochs of time. For instance, I used to wear a 32.
Yeah, I don't think that's the manufacturer's fault.
Well, I'd love to blame the manufacturer, though, because my 32 has enlarged over the years. I don't know what happened. I'm blaming the model that they use for that.
So your 32 went from here to now here, and you just need a new 32. It needs to be the same size.
They can do it with shoes. Why can't they do it with pants?
This reminds me of a certain Yo Mama So Fat joke, which
Yo Mama's so fat.
I won't get into because Yo Mama isn't quite PC anymore. But would it really be funny if Yo Mama was PC? Let's think about and imagine a time of Yo Mama jokes where they could be politically correct. Well, I must say, Aaron Charles Reid tonight from his new book was simply exquisite. Indeed. I dare say it rivaled the old storytelling of my own mother. A rather calming voice she had. Indubitably. I would go so far as to say your mother would quite outshine the bard himself. You're too kind. No, not at all. I mean every word. Well, it was your mother who graced the pulpit each Sunday with her euphonic, mellifluous refrains. Oh, yes. Oftentimes I find myself hearkening to those memories. Your mother was the sweetest rose in the bouquet. Well, your mother's so charitable, the whole town reveres her. Oh, but your mother is so gentle, even the softest lamb doesn't compare. When your mother enters into the room, every gentleman stands and offers their chair to her. Your mother's appearance is so angelic, the parishioners often mistake her for an apparition, or even the quintessence of heaven itself. Your mother's intelligence is so far above her peers that all others dull in juxtaposition to her. Your mother is of such fine upbringing, she could write a book on proper behavior. Why, your mother's cooking is so excellent, well, it makes me wonder if that's why she's a bit rotund. So, you want to talk about mothers? I don't think Yo Mama jokes would have been anywhere near as funny, and I think they probably would have very quickly escalated. But enough about that. While we're talking about waistbands expanding, how about we go make a PewDiPie?
I'm excited about the baking spot here.
Once again, here's good old PewDiPie. If you don't know him, check out his YouTube channel. Chances are, if you're on YouTube, at some point you've heard of PewDiPie because he is like the most famous YouTuber ever. And I don't know if anybody has actually tried to make his face in a pie. And we're about to show you why. Let's go do it.
All right.
2 hours later.
This is going to be an exciting moment, folks. We are going to be making PewDiPie blueberry pies.
And we even have our PewDiPie idol over there, our little image to help us remember what he looks like. And he's just a darn good-looking guy.
What a good-looking fellow, I would say. Well, I wouldn't say it, but
there you go. Did you go poop?
let's go do a quick round shot here, hon. Let's see what your kitchen looks like.
All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is take a look at our aprons. I made this apron when I was, 8. It says
8
down there.
years old. He was this size when he was 8.
And look, my hands haven't grown very much. All right, so we're going to pop these open. Sorry if the audio quality is terrible during this, but we've got our brand new mics that we're using today, and hopefully they're going to work out well.
Just so everyone knows, we have completely washed our hands and bathed before we touched any of the food.
You could just fill this with some sauce, and it's just a big roll-up or a pizza roll.
All right.
Now, everyone should know I am not a baker, neither is Dad, but I'm pretty sure what we're going to do is
I've always wanted to be a baker, though.
push this thing down like this. We're going to make the bottom of our pie.
I'm already killing it here. I think I
Yeah.
got this going. Bon appetit!
So now I'm going to move our blueberries here. And as you can see, we've been...
I don't think I'm done scalloping yet.
That's okay. Oh, there you go, Walter. Just move them right off.
Safety first, folks. Make sure always keep your hands away from the hot elements.
We're going to let that cool for a little bit. And I'm going to start plotting out my PewDiPie. I'm going to need a couple things, though. I'm going to need a knife. Say hi, Mom.
Hi.
I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille.
We need sugar.
Sugar.
I'm going to end up knocking this over because you put it right on the edge. And you
I
put
had
that
to get
one
it
back.
away from the...
Always turn again.
From what I've heard, and none of this has been tested, I want everyone to know that, you take the sugar and you put it on the parts of the dough that you want to look like, you know, darker, like shadowing and stuff like that. This is what legit cooking looks like. This ain't
Absolute.
like Rachel Ray, like, you know, I put a little bit of this on and then, boom, here we go. It's all done.
I
It's
hear
like,
you.
yeah.
Now, I have a question.
Okay.
Should we have done anything to the pan before we put the dough in it?
Probably.
No.
To keep... No?
No.
We hear
Mom
from
says
Mom.
no.
Mom says no.
See, I would have thought we should probably glaze
Greased
it
it
with
or
some,
something.
yes, but I guess not. So we're doing great so far.
Bon
All right,
appetit!
we'll let it
You
thicken.
don't have time to...
Should we put a couple ice cubes in it?
No.
No, no.
You or get our pie to look like him.
Ooh, this looks
splattering.
good. Look at this beautiful blueberry pie. I mean, this is good enough to eat. Can we do a spoon right now?
You could go ahead. Just take a.
Ah!
All right. So step number 2. Well, I guess we're beyond 2 now. Pie crust number 2. I'm gonna lay this guy on top, and now I'm gonna start. We're gonna start making this look like old Pewdie. I'm gonna take this here, and Mom, you can't tell me what to do. On the edge.
Folks,
Yeah.
I can say this. If you're ever going to do a baking show,
Don't have your wife involved.
he put just enough water in there that I couldn't reach it. Look at that. You don't have to tell me. I've been baking all my life. All right, that may be a stretch.
Pewdie,
Uh-oh.
please work through my pie now.
This almost sounds mystical.
Almost. I don't think it's gonna work.
I spent most of my time cutting the edge off of this pie, which is why
All right,
I
so-
work part-time at Cafe Du Monde in New Orleans. All right. Oh, look at Joey
Yeah,
here. Joey.
I'm going crazy.
He's got these heavy eyebrows.
He does. Yeah.
My
I made
PewDiPie looks
holes
like
for
he
the
stayed up
eyes.
too late drinking. PewDiPie actually has blue eyes, and they're kind
We're
of...
using blueberries though, so trying
Yeah.
to let the pie speak
Maybe
to you.
I should have been a plastic surgeon. Now, see, that's a mustache and not a mouth.
Got that going. All right, and then
I mean, look at this. He's got a mouthful of teeth. He looks like he goes to the same dentist I do.
but I got to work on the neck first.
Does he have a neck? He does. He's
He
a skinny
does.
little neck.
Most people have necks.
I got to put some sugar
Yeah,
on
you
there.
got to do some of the
Oh, that's
shading
right.
and
Now I
stuff.
can make his beard come to life. Joey's looks like one of those zombies from Witch Doctor or something.
From Witch Doctor,
Remember that movie, Witch Doctor?
Medicine Quinn, Witch Doctor
Medicine
Woman.
Quinn, Witch Doctor Woman.
Eyebrows. Really got to get some of the eyebrows. We want you guys to take a look at PewDiPie here. And when we have these in the oven, where we're going to put these in the oven, we're going to pull them out. You guys are going to decide for us
And
which
vote.
one looks more like PewDiPie. And if somebody can get this to PewDiPie, he can let us know which one looks
Absolutely.
more like him. And our sincerest apologies.
Folks, we're going to catch you in an hour.
While you're waiting, go ahead, drop down, like, and subscribe to this channel. Leave a comment below. Let us know if you're excited to see how these pies are going to turn out. We certainly are. And we'll see you soon.
2 hours later.
All right, guys. Well, the time has come. The time has come to see our PewDiPies. PewDiPie Pies. The pewdiest of the pieiest. So come on up and let's see exactly what happened to these delectable monstrosities. Here's what we were going for. And here is what we've got. So
I think it's a no-brainer that mine looks
like Santa Claus.
Mine is the Santa Claus PewDiPie.
And mine is zombie PewDiPie.
Yours looks like it came from a witch doctor in Africa.
We got some nice white going on there with the hair. Could almost be like a blonde type of thing.
I think what that is actually is snow. They found him frozen in an iceberg someplace.
So guys, let us know in the comments below which one you think was not the worst. There was no best in this, but it wasn't the worst.
I think they will taste great, though.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
After they cool. So again, like and subscribe to the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And let's go enjoy some pie. This is Like Father. Let me try that one more time. This has been Like Father, Like Son. You are also, are we even getting seen here in this? What, Mom?
You're supposed to be taking pictures of us going like this.
Yeah, that's it. That's your pie right there.
Yeah, PewDiPie.
Hope you like it, PewDiPie.
Yeah.